Today, we will be talking about the installer app from VideoProtects. To access the installer app, go to the VideoProtects menu in your Geotab website. Go to Configuration and hover over the caret and select Installers from the list. Once that loads, you will see a list of all previously created installers and all of the active ones. If you want to see any inactive ones, you can switch the toggle at the top of the screen to include them in the list. For the purposes of this demonstration, we will just look at active installers. To use the installer app, you do need to be set up as an installer prior to trying to pair a camera and Go device. For example, you can see Mike Wickman as an installer. If we wanted to edit anything about him, we can click on the pencil icon and change any information that needs to be changed. The effective date range for this installer is shown at the bottom of this edit screen. You can also deactivate them from this menu if you have the proper permissions to see this screen. If we wanted to resend the information email to the installer for any number of reasons, we can click on the envelope icon. This will send an email to the installer with a link to the application directly, which we will be talking about a little bit later. If you would like to create a new installer, we can click Add in the top right. We will need to enter a first name, last name, and email address. Putting in a phone number is optional but recommended. Again, we can put in their start and end dates and then click Save to add a new installer. When you first add an installer, they will receive an email that looks like this. When they click on the link to verify their account, they will have to create a password. Once the email is verified and the password is created, they can now log in through the link that was sent to them. It is handy to keep this link as a bookmark, so the email does not need to be accessed every time they would like to log in. Clicking on the link will open up a new tab or window where they can log in using the password they had set up in the email verification process. They will have to pick their fleet from the drop-down list. For this example, the installer only has one fleet, but there could be multiple in the list. Click on Set Fleet, and this will take us to that particular fleet. If there are any existing devices paired, like cameras and Go devices, they will show up in the paired devices list. As you can see, Melissa's car is already prepared with a certain Go device and camera. However, since we are looking to pair a new device, let's click on Pair in the bottom right. Here we can search for the camera, either by typing in the search bar or scrolling through the list. The list will show you all of the cameras assigned to that fleet. Click on the particular camera you would like to pair and click Next. If you are pairing a large number of devices, you might want to instead scan device barcodes on the box or camera. You can do so by clicking on the Scan button. This works well on a mobile device with a camera attached. Clicking Next will take you to a list of the Go devices assigned to that fleet. For this example, we will be pairing to the device that is in Randy's Honda Civic. We can then click Next once the device is highlighted in the gray box. The next screen will ask you to review and confirm the devices that you would like to pair. If those are the correct devices, click Confirm. You will now be able to see that the new paired device is in your list. From here, let's click on View Details. This will show you the details about the device. However, on this screen we can also request a new test video from the device. The ideal time to do this would be while the installers are on site installing the camera. This might take a few minutes to load in, however you should be able to see what the camera sees. This will only work if the vehicle is powered on and the camera and Go device also have power. Once you can see the camera, this is the best time to make adjustments to the camera to make sure that you can see everything while the installer is still on the premises. If you need to unpair it, let's say there's some wrong info or something, you can unpair it from this screen as well. Once finished, the installer can click on Log Out, which will log them out of the application. This application will work well on a mobile device as long as you have connectivity to the internet. If you would like to know how to manually pair devices through the Geotab website and Device Association, please head over to support.jjkeller.com or call 833-933-0971, where our support team will be happy to help.